Okay, hey you guys, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I want to welcome you to this opportunity call. I'm so happy that you're here. Whether you are already joined in Plexus or if you are considering joining. So just happy that you are taking time out of your busy week. We're midweek, we're almost there, everybody. To be here with us. So I'm really excited about tonight because we have a special guest tonight who is one of my dear friends. I think some of you may know her, but her name is Tricia Regar, and she is on Instagram. If you aren't following her, you need to go follow her because her page is just so fun. She does the best reels, and she's really good at just kind of sharing the business and how this opportunity has blessed her and her family as well. And she's going to share that tonight. So did I say her handle? It's at Clean House with Kids. So if somebody wants to write that in the chat, that would be awesome. And so Tricia, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yay! I can't find you. I'm going to try to find you and pin you. There she is. Okay. All right. So Tricia's just going to go ahead and she's going to share her story, and you're going to kind of see how it ties into my story. It's kind of fun. So go ahead, Tricia.
Okay. So the first thing I want you guys to think about, and I want you to actually type this into the chats, okay, is if you had a dream income. If you've ever thought to yourself, this would be my dream income, I want you to write that in the chat. Okay. Don't be shy. Like literally write that out. Okay. So for Matt and me, when we first got married, Matt was making, maybe we saw like 2,300 something on a paycheck for, the month. Okay. And when Matt and I would dream, we would be like, what if we could make 50,000 a year? If we made 50,000 a year, we would be freaking rich. Like, what would we do? What would we do with all that money if we made 3,000 a month? Like our brains could not fathom 3,000 a month. Okay. All right. So when you guys are writing awesome amounts right now. When we started sharing about this business, and I'm not going to go into the behind the scenes of why, but anyways, when we started sharing about this business, we looked at all the different incomes. So guys, if you don't already have that income sheet of all the averages, Matt and I looked at that and we were like, let's get to Ruby. Let's get to Ruby, because if we get to Ruby, then we're going to be like 35,000 a year. That sounds really good. If we hit senior Ruby, then, maybe it'll be like 50,000 a year. Man, that would change everything. Okay. So if you are on here tonight and any of these numbers are like, yeah, that would change everything. Guys, first of all, if you already have an income coming in and you added onto that a Ruby income, that's life-changing. That's super life-changing. Okay. But anyways, I want you to be thinking about that dream income as I talk tonight. Okay. So I want you to know 3 things tonight about me. Okay. Number 1 is we fought. That's number 1. Okay. I would say Matt and my marriage was, so by the way, I'm 34, Matt's 36. We've been married for 11 years. We have 7 kids. Okay. A main factor into our marriage the first few years was that we fought a lot over money. Yes, we fought over other things, but I feel like money was always like these really bitter arguments, because someone said to me one time, if you have a lot of money, you will think about money all the time. And I was like, no, I've had money and I've not had money. Okay. When you don't have money, every single decision that you make, everything that you do, when you go to bed at night, when you wake up in the morning, you are thinking about money. And it's a really yucky feeling. Okay. And that is why we would argue, because we'd be sitting in the parking lot and we'd be hungry and we had like a long drive home or something. And Matt would say, maybe we should, I don't know what. And I'd say, well, let's go get a $15 pizza. Big argument. That's it. Big argument. Okay. I wanted to go get something from the Target dollar spot for $5, big argument. Okay. Because everything was an argument. I would look at our bank account and I would cry. Okay. Because we as women, we want to feel safe and secure and all the good things. And I wasn't any of those things. Right. Okay. So we were already on the products, and Matt, like I was on them. Matt was super skeptical. He didn't want to have anything to do with a pink drink, right? He actually thought it was for pregnancy, which is hilarious, because I wanted it for better pregnancies. Anyways, he starts it He's on it for 2 weeks and he says, Tricia, we need to start selling this. We need to start promoting this because I really think we could get out of debt. I really think we could get out of debt. That's the second thing I want you to know about me. Okay. The second thing I want you to know. So number one is we fought. So if you've ever fought in your marriage about money, I want you to know we were there too. Number two is I want you to know that this is possible. Okay. So Matt said to me back in 2016, Matt said to me, Tricia, I think this could be our way to get out of debt. He literally read the compensation plan. Okay. Go find the compensation plan, you guys. How many of you have read it? Okay. Matt went and read it and said, Tricia, I think we could get out of debt. And I'm like, look, I want a way to pay off our, pay bills. I want a way to get food on the table. What are you talking about getting out of debt? Okay. We did it. Okay. We did it like a year and a half later, like a short time later. We paid off our house, guys. We had a lot on our house and we paid it off. Okay. So that's number two is I want you to know that this is possible. Okay. And number three is I want you to know that I am like you. I am like you. I am nothing special. Okay. I started this business working during nap time and after my kids went to bed because I had 4 little kids that were very close together in age. I was a very busy mom. Okay. But I took the time that I spent watching Netflix and I took the time that I spent laying on the couch because I was too tired. And because Plexus gave me energy, I worked my business from my phone that I'm talking to you on right now. Okay. And I worked, like I said, 2 hours here, 2 hours there. All right. I shared other people's stories. I shared my own story. I stepped outside of my comfort zone. You guys, we did crazy things back at the beginning. Okay. We went to Panera. Nobody showed up. We bought bagels with money that we didn't have and we sat around and nobody showed up. But so there are two sides that I am like you coin. Okay. The one side is that I am like you in the sense that I was a stay-at-home mom and I was like, I'm like you. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to work during nap time. I'm going to do this. Okay. But I'm probably maybe a little bit different from a lot of people because I was determined and obsessed. Yes, I'm going to use the word obsessed. Okay. With changing my family's future because I was tired of the arguments and I was tired of the fighting and I was tired of where we were. And I said, I am going to work every day until we are making life-changing income and until our family's life turns around. Okay. So for those that some of you may know this, some of you may not know this. So we have 7 kids. We've lived in a 1,500 square foot home for 7 years. We moved here when I was pregnant with number 4. During that time, you guys, we paid off our house. We bought a Suburban and completely debt free. Then we traded in the Suburban and we got a Transit, which was, Jen said, say numbers. Okay. So it was like, I don't know, 30,000 or something, but then we made a 4-wheel drive for an extra like 15,000. Debt free. Okay. So, and we saved up, we went from 0 savings, like literally 0 savings. Okay. To enough for a down payment plus a whole lot more for this gorgeous 4,500 square foot home that we are closing on in a month. Okay. And that is my story. And this can be your story too. Jen said, how much money have you made? You guys, I've made like $1.5 million. Okay. As a mom like you. So if this sounds like something that might be for you, I am different than Jen. I love that we're both on this call. Okay. Something that I love about Plexus is that it can be for everyone, not just the products, but also the business. So when I started on the products, I was 99 pounds and my husband was pushing 200. We both started on the gut health combo. I gained, he lost. Okay. Jen and I are from totally different backgrounds, but the products work for everyone and the business can work for everyone too. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Jen.
I love that. Thank you, Tricia. I'm going to go ahead and unpin her. But what I love, you guys, what I love about Tricia's story is that not relatable? Like and maybe it's not, like, maybe you've never been in a situation where you've struggled, or, you know, you've wanted for more or needed more. But, you know, do you ever hear people say, I say it all the time, like, oh, I'm just too busy, I don't have the time. Well, you know, I definitely don't have 7 kids, and Tricia's not one to compete. She's not one to say, well, I have 7 and you have 3, so my life's harder than yours. That's not what she says. But just to think about that, like, to think about living in a house with 7 kids and taking care of 7 kids, and being able to have your husband home with you. Like, Matt, her husband, is home with her full time, full time. And so I think that is so inspiring. And so this is the coolest part. I love how Tricia and I became connected, is because she was sharing on social media. She was literally just always sharing on social media. She and Marianne, who's on here. So Tricia joined, and then Marianne joined with Tricia, and then I joined with Marianne, right? And so the 3 of us work together all the time, every day, right? And so I was following the both of them. I just happened to join with Marianne, but I was so curious what she was talking about. So how many of you like think, like, nobody's going to care? Like, I'm going to post something and nobody's going to care, or, you know, nobody's watching, or nobody's interested, or nobody wants this. Well, I mean, I am proof that that is not true. Like, because I was watching them for like 6 months. It was when Tricia, I think you were going to go and you were going to move into like an RV or something like that. Like, she was going to like up and leave it all. And I'm like watching, I'm like, this crazy lady, if she moves into an RV, I got to watch and see what she does. And so I was like watching, because I was like curious what was going to happen. And then I think she tagged Marianne in something, and that's how I found Marianne. Like, I think that's how it all happened. And, you know, and it's just a small world like that. Now, do you have to have like a huge Instagram following? Heck no. We have 6-figure earners on this call that have accounts with like 200-300 followers. Like, you do not have to have a big following. Like, so anyone that says that, shut that down. Like, if that's something you're worried about, shut it down, because that's just not truth. And so anyway, so I was following, I'm just going to tell my story real quick. Some of you have even heard my story, and it's kind of similar to Tricia's, which is awesome. And like, here we are, however many years later. I've been doing this for 3 years. I started in 2018, and we are both $1 million earners. And to think about, like, sometimes to say that, it's so hard to even say it, because it just seems unbelievable. You know, like, how, like, we're just normal people, normal moms, normal families. Some of you may not even have kids. That's okay too, you know, but that's who we are. And so you'll see that there really is no difference between all of us. And hopefully you can find that. But anyway, I started out of a place of need. I did not start for the products, like, at all. So that's where mine and Tricia's stories are a little bit different. I did not start with products. I didn't know what gut health was. I had seen them obviously sharing the pink drink on their stories, but I was like, that sounds good. It looks good. But like, I didn't really care, to be honest. I just knew that I needed the business. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 boys, and my husband had lost his job. And so enter plexus. Like, I saw Marianne one day on July 12th, 2018, boom, she shared she was making 6 figures sharing this pink drink. And so I was like, oh, she's crazy. Like, she's lost her ever loving mind. But I was so desperate that it didn't really even matter. I just messaged her. I'm like, is this real? She's like, it's real. Trust me. And I'm like, okay, sign me up. And so she did. She signed me up, and, the rest is literally history. Like, I don't even know how else to go about that. I just knew that if I saw them doing it, because now remember, I knew the both of them. I'm like, if I knew that they could do it, then why the heck could I not do it? Like, that's honestly what I thought. And Tricia, I love that word you use, that you use that word obsessed, because that's how I feel. Like, I feel like I was obsessed. I mean, and I still am, like, just obsessed with the idea that we can do this and get ourselves out of debt and stay out of debt and be able to help others and be able to get people to where we are right now. And I love, you guys, I don't know if anybody was scrolling at the beginning when Tricia asked like what your dream number would be. Those are big numbers you guys put in this chat. Like, those are not small numbers. And so I'm here to tell you, you're in the right place at the right time. If those are numbers that you are writing down, like, mine weren't even that big. I was like 5,000 a month, because I knew that's what I needed for ultimate survival. Like we were not surviving at the time that I started Plexus. There was, it was like almost rock bottom. And so, I was like, we need like $5,000. That will give me some spending money. That will cover all of my bills. That'll catch me up and that'll keep our heads above water. That'll get food on the table, all, et cetera, et cetera. And so that was mine. And then when I hit that in about 5 months, is when I hit $5,000 a month. And then that's when I was like, okay, like, why would I stop? What's stopping me? Nothing's, the only thing that would stop me is me, right? So it's like, why would I stop? I'm just going to keep going. And so that's the beauty of this business is that we get to literally determine what we want to make every month. We do. At the end of the month, we literally go, okay, are we happy with what we've made or should we do more? And we always choose, let's do more. And I literally will be working with there's like 100 women on our team and we're sitting there and we're just pumping each other up and we're like raising our paychecks. Like that's insane because I worked corporate America, real quick background, and then I'm going to kind of give you guys what it looks like and what you can make this month, because that's why you guys are here. But I worked for corporate America for 13 years. I was a pharmaceutical rep, worked for big pharma. And I never got it to determine what my paycheck was. I went for an interview. They made me an offer. They gave me a number, which I thought I was living the dream. Literally. I'm like, hello, move over P. Diddy. Jen Cobb's in the house. Like, insert how much I was making, which is like 1/8 of what I'm making right now with Plexus. But I thought it was amazing. But guess what? I had to answer to somebody. I had to travel when they told me to travel. Now I travel if I want to travel. I had to work certain hours. I had to do reports and expense reports and all the things. And it was a job and I had to report to that job. And with this, is it a job? Do we work? We do. We absolutely do. Like nothing is free, right? Like, I don't think anybody got on this call thinking like, oh, how can I make like 10,000 a month? Do I just like get on this call and like I get a check? No, that you got to work for it. But the beauty is you get to work for it and you get to choose how to do that. And this is the team to join because we literally will not leave anybody behind. Like you just join us and we will literally walk the walk with you. Like we will walk the walk. We will get in there with you and we will help you to figure it out because we have done it. And so we want you to be able to do that too. So with that being said, I am going to share my screen and then I'm going to show you what you can earn this month. Okay. Sorry, I got a lot of tabs open today. Okay, so this is what you can earn this month. This is just, I think we kind of went over this. Our team is just everybody. Like we have stay-at-home moms, full-time moms, we have single moms, we have, there's people like straight out of college that don't even have a family, whatever it is, we have a place for you. Plexus is the most amazing company. You can quickly look over this. So just know that you're joining. Ooh, I didn't mean to go that fast. Just know that you're joining an incredible company that literally they donate to charities. They have an A+ BBB rating, which means it literally cannot get any better. Literally, like customer service is bar none. This slide is really only relevant if you have done a network marketing company in the past. Our biggest differences is you literally just order your own products. That is it. You don't carry any inventory. You don't do any parties. You don't have to meet a goal. It's literally up to you what you want to do, which is awesome. So if you are not like me, you might be interested in the products, which most people are. So the products are amazing. You've seen the pink drink. That is like our most popular product. I have it right here. I always want to show it. And it helps with gut health. There's weight loss, nutrition, kids, essentials, skincare, literally anybody from 2 to like 102. We help with everything. So you're right. You might already be thinking like, gosh, I can't do this. This sounds great, but like, what would I even post? I have no idea. We will help you do that through attraction marketing. We love that. We have resources upon resources. And we will literally go, here, if you need something, here it is. And we will help you with that. But I want to get to the money because this is an opportunity call. So I want you guys to see what you can earn this month. And so we have several people on here, they want to put in the chat, they can, that joined their first month and did the refer 20. So they earned over $2,200. So I want you to think, do you know 20 people? And I know it's a little more complicated than that, right? We all know 20 people. But do you share things? Like, are you somebody that goes to a movie or goes to a restaurant or goes to Target and sees like the insane Christmas line that they have out right now? And do you go and you share that? You probably do, right? Most of us do. Most of us are professional sharers. And so I want you to know when you share Plexus, just like Marianne was sharing it and Tricia was sharing it, and I saw it. If 20 people join with your link, you get an affiliate link or referral link. If they join with that link, you make over $2,200. So I want you to dream big. There's big dreamers on here. I can tell from the comments. I'm not even going to start with the refer one. You can do that. You can certainly refer one. You can refer 2 or 3. You can do whatever you want, because again, it's up to you what you choose. But I want you to dream big, and I want you to think, okay, I'm going to join this month, and I'm going to refer 20. I'm going to get 20 people to join me because I know 20 people, and 20 people need gut health. Hey, some people need the business too, right? So they might be interested in this as well. So that's just the beauty of this whole entire business. I don't want to get complicated in other ways that we get paid, but Plexus does have an awesome program. It's called Fast Start. And so when you join, if you did certain things in a certain time period, you do not have to, but for those who want to maximize their earnings, then you would want to participate in the Fast Start bonuses. And so basically it just doubles your bonus at each rank. And so that's just the bonuses there. That's like just a little portion of what we get paid. So that's just some interesting numbers there for all my numbers people out there. And then this is it. This is what Tricia was talking about when she first started. She was like, that chart, this is the chart. We can send you this. We all have the copy of this if you need this. This is the chart I want you to look at. And if you can put in the chat, if you would like to share, put it in the chat. And this is for people who have already joined too. You know, where do you want to or need to be? And this is where I ask that you dream big. Like I said, I was looking at Senior Ruby. That was my number, was Senior Ruby. I knew that for $4,600 a month, and this is averages, by the way, $4,600 a month, that would keep us in survival. Like we would be surviving, and survival is good, right? Especially when you have a family, that's a pretty good place to be. And so that's where I wanted and needed to be. But then, like I said, I hit that in about 5-6 months. And then I was like, I'm good to go. Like, I'm not stopping. I am still going. And so, so Tricia and I are both diamonds. So if you look at that income, my monthly income averages about $30,000 a month. Because again, that's an average. So I fall like a little bit below the average, but that's what I earn every single month. And I know that number seems astronomical. I remember looking at that when I first started and I was like, yeah, okay, great. Like, what do 2 people, like, is there 2 people maybe that make that? If you are a diamond in this call right now, can you write in the chat? I'm just going to show you there's more than 2 people on this call that are diamond. So this is not something that is impossible. This is insanely possible. And so if that's something you want, that's great. If not, that's okay too, because there is a place for you here, no matter where you are. So you might just want to supplement your income. You might love your job, which is awesome. And then you might be like, but you know what? Like an extra $3,000 a month would be awesome. And so that's what you would kind of look at. So, with that being said, just want to see, I don't think we have, oh, I'm loving these. See, we got diamonds. Yeah. Tricia, I wish I could go back to that. Tricia is a diamond and her husband is an emerald. So that was like 2 levels right above diamond. So she technically is a double jewel family. And then Marianne, who's on here, who I joined directly with, is a diamond diamond family. She is diamond and her husband is a diamond. And there are many others that are in that situation as well. They're just not on this call right now. So you can dream and you can dream really big. But honestly, this is a reality. Like, that's why I don't even like that word dream. I used to use it a lot more often, but I feel like this can be your reality. Like, we're real people right here. And hopefully, during this call, hopefully you hear our hearts and the sincerity of what we have done and where we have come from and what we have built and what we are here to help you build. So if you were invited here and you have not joined yet, please go back to whoever invited you to this call and let them know what you thought. Like, just be honest, be like, I'm not really quite sure if I believe that, but hey, I might as well give it a try. Or, if you're like, I'm ready, like, I am ready to go. I need to get myself out of this situation. Christmas is coming up. Maybe you just want Christmas cash. We didn't even talk about Christmas, but maybe you just want Christmas cash. Maybe you're like, I'm okay, but an extra $1,000, or maybe you get 20 people, an extra $2,200 between now and Christmas could be a really big blessing, So I just want you to just really consider, talking to whoever invited you here and just being completely honest with them, because I can tell you it's probably something that we've all felt or heard or seen before. So I just want to thank you guys. It is 9:00 on the dot. So we did really good. Thank you, Tricia, for coming on tonight. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Thanks, guys.